What is up, geeks and gamers? Y'all already know what it is. It's Keep It G. When every week, me and my crew keep our eyes and ears to the streets for everything geek. We got a very special episode for you guys. We're going to be talking a little bit about Thunderbolts, but y'all know what y'all are here for, the meat and potatoes. We will be discussing Sinners, from everything from the cinematography to the score. With that being said, man, we got some special guests for y'all too, man. So like that, you already know what it is. Keep It G. So you know it ain't Keep It G without me and my crew. Damn D-Man, what up, brother?
What's up, brother?
And prayers up for our other co-host, Danny. Gotta be Danny. She has a little bug, so you guys, prayers up. She shall be back. You already know the road to dreams is gonna be wild. So, Danny, if you're in the comments, we love you. Ready to have you back. But for the first time, the second time, we got King Blues Mode.
Yo,
big dog in the building. What's up, brother?
Danny, I hope you get well soon, sis. I'm glad I could take your spot. I'm honored, to be able to take your spot for this episode.
And he got the damn stunner shades on. Anyway, you already know it wouldn't be another time around without my boy Kane Cartel. What's up, G?
What it do? What the business is, gang? Ooh, I'm in and out. Dang.
Now you good? You here?
All right, there go. All right. Cause look, Piccolo trying to take my spot and shit. You know what I'm saying? Chill out, man. Shit.
So now we Keeping G is here, man. We're gonna start off talking a little bit about a movie that we've all seen, and I think it's worth talking about. Actually, I think it's a pretty enjoyable movie. If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. And that was the movie that we seen is The Thunderbolts, aka the new Avengers. So me, Kang, and King Bruce Mo saw it last night, but D-Man, I think you saw it a couple of days ago.
I've seen it a couple times, bro.
Yeah, so with that being said, I want to start with D-Man and King Bruce. So D-Man, how did you feel about the movie, and do you think it's a good Marvel movie, or do you think it's bad? Let me know. Talk to me.
Nah, it's definitely a good Marvel movie. They did their thing. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like everybody like expected it to be. I don't know what they expected it to be like. It's that they're not super powered, like for real. Only a couple of them are. You know what I'm saying? Like U.S. Agent and Winter Soldier and all, and Red Guardian and stuff, right? But like they're like down to earth. You know what I'm saying? So
like, Ghost is too.
Oh yeah, true. Okay. They got abilities, but they're not like Avengers, like Hulk, Thor, you know what I'm saying? Yes. They're not like them, but they're like more down to earth, more like relatable. So like it's really good. Like it's a good movie. I shed a tear at one part, and I'm not gonna hold it.
Yeah, we'll definitely get into that because obviously, like I told Kang and Bruce off stream, the movie was definitely more about mental health than it was more about action and fighting.
Yeah.
For sure.
Especially for Century, that was crazy.
Yes. So Bruce, how about yourself? How did you feel about the movie?
Similar to D-Man. This wasn't something that I was looking forward to coming out mainly because, like I told you last night, like it wasn't a bad movie. The action was good, the script was good, the acting was on point, bro.
Yes.
Like it just like when you roll out the cast, you got new Black Widow, Red Guardian, Ghost, ex-Taskmaster, and U.S. Agent. Oh, and then Bucky. That's not really somebody that I want to go to the movies to see. Like the last movie that I went to see, like no, because like the thing is, like when I go do the shit, I like to go see the shit in 4D, right? Yes. I didn't go see this in 4D. The last movie, the Captain America, the last Captain America I saw, I went and saw that in 4D, and that was cool. That was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I purposefully didn't go see that because I was like, okay, you know what? I don't know how much I would have liked this movie if I wasn't having the roller coaster effect, right? Especially with the big screen and the 3D shit.
Yes.
So I went and saw this just regular. I went and saw this at my movie theater where I can get some good food and get some beer. I just saw it for what it was. It's not something that I really want to do again. You know, it's not something that I would have went to the movie theaters for, especially knowing what Disney can do with their resources, like as far as having Disney Plus. Like, I enjoy Daredevil, Moon Knight. I enjoyed other things that they rolled out more than this. That they just put out on Disney Plus. Then I enjoyed this, and I would have said the same thing about the Captain America movie if I didn't go see that in 4D.
Oh, so you feel like the 4D experience made the movie better than what it was?
Yeah, and that's why I didn't go do that for this one.
Okay.
But you know, it was a good movie. It was cool. It's just not something I would have went out to go see in the movies.
Yes.
But that's not just because I don't feel like it was a bad movie. I also feel like the things that they did and the things that they have done on Disney Plus as far as they shows.
Yes.
I feel like this could have been like a Disney Plus original movie instead of something that the same way Netflix has their own original movies and shit like that. I feel like this could have been a Disney Plus original movie instead of put this in.
So I'm glad you brought that up, and I want to get Kane's thought because I think that was a great thing you just said. Do you think that we need to get to a point where Marvel is doing Disney Plus Marvel movies instead of everyone being a theatrical release?
Because of
would you guys be cool with that?
As a whole, here's what I'll say: we just talking about this one Marvel movie, right? They also have Star Wars, right? They got Nat Geo, and then they also have our whole childhood as far as Disney and Pixar. I'll say, I feel like they should start doing. I feel like a lot of their stuff just because they raised the bar with shit like WandaVision, Loki, and stuff like that. The Mandalorian,
yes.
The Acolyte.
But those are, and anybody can interject. I think, but with those, they're more of kin to shows, so we're getting more story. But I'm asking, do you feel like they can do those movies like a Thunderbolts could have came out on Disney Plus? Not Fantastic Four, I guess more of the B-list movies. Do you think they could
so like a Werewolf at Night type of
how they did Werewolf at Night, stuff like that? Yes. So you think they can do that?
Yeah, I think they could do that with like characters that they don't, I guess, have time for, like Werewolf at Night and all that. Like Moon Knight could have had something like that, or if they even, Blade shouldn't be part of that, but they taking so long, maybe he needs to be part of that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a great idea though. That's a fantastic idea actually.
That's what. But
how do you feel about it?
What's up, buddy?
Do you feel like we can get more Marvel movies on Disney Plus instead of having theatrical releases? Like instead of having like Thunderbolts, could it have been on Disney Plus first before anything? Like just Disney Plus, no movie theater, watch it at home.
Yes, I strongly believe that they overhyped that movie. Just a little bit. As far as just watching it, I will say that it was as far as I felt like it moved too quick. Like they cut it short. I definitely feel like they over advertised it as far as like it was gonna be something like Endgame or something. Yes. I'll be honest. Endgame was I went and watched that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was definitely worth the watch as far as like it being 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But Thunderbolts itself, man, it really felt like it was like an hour, to be honest. Like it, but as far as like the action itself, the snippets that they did show, those were good. But that wasn't the overall message that I later on found out. But yeah, I definitely think that it could be on Disney Plus more than putting it in theaters. Because to be honest with y'all could y'all save y'all money. Y'all need to save y'all money. Like
I thought the movie was really good though, man. I thought it was for what they were trying to portray. I thought it was really good. It was solid. Marvel has been really hit or miss lately, and for them to do just a solid ass movie, like just really solid, I thought they did a good job. I thought they did an amazing job. The jokes were funny. The characters had heart. One of my favorite scenes was Yelena when she was talking to Red Guardian close to the end. Close to the end. Spoiler alerts, by the way. Not no heavy ones, but might be some sprinkled in there.
Minor.
We'll go deeper into it next week. But I thought it had a lot of heart to it. And Marvel movies have been known for sometimes being too comical and not enough seriousness to it.
Yeah.
The movie itself dealt with depression and suicide. Like those were some very serious topics, and like they did a really great job. Danny, sis, what's up?
Danny.
It gotta be.
Yeah, Danny.
I get better, gang.
Yeah, just minor spoilers.
Minor.
But no, they dealt with some very serious topics, and I thought that they handled it really well. The void being literally like a physical embodiment of that, I thought it did a really good job. I thought, like I said, the comedy was funny. The characters, I thought they were always going to be like pretty good bouncing off of each other. I didn't think they were going to be that good, but then when I seen it, man, they did a hell of a job. Like, just the writing was really good. Nobody took, like, even though I said it was very serious, like, you have those people who have depression but smile through the depression or try to make jokes. All those characters were those people, you know what I'm saying? So even though they're going through these horrible things, they're sitting here smiling and making jokes through it, and I thought they did a really good job of portraying that. I thought Sentry was very comic accurate, and we talked about this last night. The fact of the Sentry, he has all this ability, all this power, one of the strongest beings in Marvel, and in the comics, he's never sure of himself. He always doubts himself, always seems like he's a little bit unsure of the power that he got, and they did a great job of portraying that in the movie. I just thought it was a good movie. I thought it was really solid. Breath of fresh air for Marvel over as of late. So if y'all had to give this movie out of a 10, what would y'all rate it?
I'll give it an 8 for sure.
Yeah.
It was really good. Like I said, it's relatable, man. Like the mental health and all that stuff. Like that's really why it's relatable for real. So like that's why everybody can go see it. You know what I'm saying? And
definitely go
depict it yourself, and see if you guys like it. But yeah, I like it, and I give it an 8, and it is relatable. So I think Marvel, you did a good job.
What's that dope?
Facts. Bruce, what would you rate it?
I liked it. I'll definitely say go see it. As far as everything that I've seen them doing, all their resources and stuff like that, I'm gonna give them on this project maybe a 6.
Kane, what about you? 6 is tough.
That's a little wicked. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I will say for you, you know what I'm saying, because Bruce does know Marvel, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the comics or whatnot. So he knows the nitty gritty. So as far as like me, a guy who's fresh onto the Marvel lifestyle, me just watching it and getting a breakdown of it, I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
I'll meet D-Man with that. You know what I'm saying? The commentary, like the whole writing itself. They did their thing. Sentry, it's one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? He did his Thug Thizzle. Yeah, he definitely deserved all his flowers. You know what I'm saying? Because he matched that awkward kid. You know what I'm saying? He definitely matched that awkward kid that you would see like in school that deals with a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, deals with a whole lot of hardship and shit. So I could definitely feel his pain as far as being empathetic towards it. So yeah, I'll give it an 8.
Yeah. I would say that I would give it an 8 as well. I think for Marvel, on a Marvel level solely, going into it with no expectations, because sometimes that can change your opinion. I would say 8. Like I said, I think the writing and the story about depression and mental health was very strong with these characters. For a person who's watched everything else that they were in, like everything else they've been in, to see their growth and to see like these characters are all flawed characters, all the way from Bucky all the way down to Yelena. I thought they did a really good job of like portraying that. Now, if I had to nitpick why it's not a 10, I would say it's more on the mild side. Like we said before, it was a pretty short movie. They had a couple good scenes, but as far as the overarching epic, it wasn't that. It was just a good, solid Marvel movie. I can't wait to see what they do with them next. Obviously they're going to be in Avengers Doomsday, but hopefully they get their own solo movie again to see where they go as a team. I think that'll be pretty cool to see how they go from here. But yeah, I'll give it an 8 as well. I think it was solid. especially for Marvel movies, what we've been seeing so far. So we giving it a thumbs. It gets a thumbs up for me. Thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up for sure.
I definitely feel like Sentry needs his moment.
Bro.
Okay, shit.
But the thing is, like, why I give it a 6 is because, like, for what y'all say, like for what Gameboy just said about, like all the depression and stuff, like, hell yeah,
Yes.
Definitely an 8 and stuff like that.
Yes.
For me, look, man, I'm like Kane just said, look, I'm hard on that type of shit, bro.
Yes.
When you bring somebody like the Sentry in, when you bring somebody like Red Hulk in, when you bring somebody like Null in, when you bring somebody like Gore in, bro, hey, you better go be able to go home. And this
Talk
isn't
shit.
who, nah.
Talk your shit.
Nah.
Nah.
Y'all ain't seen shit yet.
Definitely understandable.
So I think I'm definitely gonna give it another watch just to get all the little subtle details. I'm gonna definitely go give it another watch, and my opinion on it might change, might go higher, might go lower, but I would definitely have my attention on that movie because I think it's a very strong movie, and I would like to see where they go for it. But I guess we're all on the same page. So it's getting about a 7.5 average. That's cool. 7.5 ain't bad.
That post credit scene was crazy.
It feel like it was one of those jumps to where they did to where it's like, okay, like, we're gonna make this
that post credit scene was
but
crazy.
Go see the post, like, y'all, hey, stay for the post credit scene.
Crazy.
It was like
stay for the post credit scene.
Definitely stay for the post credit. You already know how Marvel do anyway, but sheesh.
So look at my goofy ass, bro. I was like, that shit look like Superman. I said, is that Superman? I said, Kal-El coming in this motherfucker.
That Superman and Jurassic Park all coming out like within the same time in the same
talk
month.
about it.
And y'all seen the teaser for Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it yet.
It's up. So guys, so we're all in agreement. Thunderbolts was a solid movie. I'm glad to hear it. But there is another movie that came out recently around the same time, and we got two other guests that's going to be joining us for the talk about this. I think a couple of us have seen it multiple times. Some of us have seen it one time, but this movie definitely leaves an impression. So if you've seen it 1 to 3 times, it doesn't matter. It leaves a big impression on you, and that is Sinners. And to join us in this, we got my brother Q up next. What up, G? That man still got a head. Q. That boy hang on the house.
There he go. There he go.
Okay, shit. Okay, shit.
I heard you was looking for me. Go ahead, my boy. I know you lied.
Talk your shit.
Go ahead, my brother.
Straight like that.
I do that.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
Talk about it.
And also, we got my cousin, my broski, Vino the Terrible. What up, G?
What up, cuz? What's going on, y'all?
Man, so I'm gonna start with you, Q. I'm gonna start with Q. Can you let the Geeks and Gamers know a little bit about yourself out here? What you got going on? How you living? This is your first time here, so let them know a little bit about yourself.
I got everything going on. I'm the CEO of Green Box. We game, we travel, we make everybody feel like family. We stream, we game. I do it all, man. Just come through, have a good time, enjoy yourself, and if you come in and just be yourself, I make you feel like family.
Talk your shit.
Talk about it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So now Vino.
What up,
let them know about you, bro. Let them know what you got going on. Let the Geeks and Gamers know who you are and what you got going on, G.
What up, man? It's Vino the Terrible, Chicago, Illinois. I'm an author. I'm an artist, upcoming director. We shooting a mini series this summer called The Longest Night. So that'll be coming soon. I got a book I just dropped, 2 of them.
Talk about it.
I'm here to have some fun, man. Let's do our thing.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. So we're gonna be talking about Sinners, and I think a lot of people have seen this movie, not only due to the hype, but just from the stories. Queenie, what's up, G? Dope, what's up? How y'all doing? And so I want to start with Vino and Q. How did you guys feel about the movie as a whole, and like, what did it make you guys feel? So, Vino, I'm going to start with you, and then we'll go on to Q. Talk to me.
For some reason, when they was talking about this, number one, I'm gonna just be honest. Over the past, I would say 12 years, maybe even longer than that, I've been supremely unimpressed with horror movies. I'm talking about from all of them. Like, there's nothing about a horror movie that's came out in the last decade that I've liked. I think I like a couple of little Conjuring movies, you know, and what's the joint with the TV? Insidious. Insidious was like, all right, you know what I mean? I kind of like that, but the horror genre as a whole has just been like lacking substance for like a long time, bro. So when they was promoting Sinners, I kind of tuned it out. You know what I mean? I wasn't really like super duper hyped, you know, on it. But after everybody got to talking about it, you know me, I'm like, oh shit, this shit actually might be. I'm like, okay, this might be good. Excuse my language. But anyway, so when I finally watched it, first of all, I went into it completely blind. I had no idea Michael B. Jordan was playing his own twin. I had no idea that I had no idea that was happening. And the opening scene, when I seen them together, this is a real reaction. I swear to God. I was looking like, I forgot the actor that kind of looked like Michael B. Jordan, but it's not him. I thought that was him. I'm like, are they in the movie together or?
You thought it was a stunt double.
Yeah, I thought it was a stunt double. I'm like, yo, what the? Yo, this was, and I've seen, this was the. I told my baby mama this the other day. This was the best twin played by an actor that I've seen since Lindsay Lohan. And
I was just gonna say Lindsay Lohan.
Facts, bro. Talk your shit.
Facts. Any other time I've seen this, they've done it wrong. But this
now, mind you, okay, I'll give you one. We did go see The Monkey. And they were twins. They did an okay job. He did a good job. It wasn't horrible. I forgot my guy's name.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
But go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
But that in itself was amazing. The way they opened the scene with the twins was a flex. It was literally a flex. They shot it the way they shot it just so you can see how cold it was. You know what I mean? And man, when he passed
sparking the set, yes,
yo,
talk your shit.
I was just looking like, what am I seeing right now? And obviously it was you know, some type of technology. I had no idea what they were using, but it was incredible. And I'm gonna stop right there and let Q get off for a second, then I'll chime back in. But yeah, I was impressed with the opening scene. Period. I have not seen an opening scene like that since like '97. You know, the Dusk Till Dawn kind of shit. Quentin Tarantino. You know what I mean? Like around that time, it was incredible. But yeah, go ahead, though.
So I have to say something. So the movie was good. I enjoyed it. But I think another movie that I seen that also had good twins in it, if people haven't seen it, it's the movie Legends with Tom Hardy. If you haven't seen Legends with Tom Hardy, amazing movie. Because he plays both twins.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's great movie. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie from the beginning to the end. I went in not knowing nothing. I went in blind. I just thought it was just another generic vampire movie. And I went in and it was totally different. Like everything that it gave me, I wasn't expecting. Like all the things that was touched on by Ryan Coogler, like was on point. Like I got a list of so much shit that he did.
Oh yeah,
so many theories and like we could talk about it for days. But I did enjoy the movie. Like beginning and end, I'm a fan of Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler working together. So So I definitely enjoyed it.
Anybody want us to go ahead? D-Man, Kane, Bruce, anyone? It's on y'all. Go ahead.
I feel like Dino hit it on the head when he said that's some of the best twin, the same actor twin shit that he's seen since Parent Trap. As someone who has twins in the family and someone who has known a lot of twins as friends, yeah, Michael B. Jordan, he hit that shit, bro. Like that's something that if that was my first time seeing Michael B. Jordan, I swear that nigga had a twin.
Yeah, talk your shit. Yup.
I swear. I didn't really see it as a horror movie. It's definitely gonna go in my list of movies to where like if there's an apocalypse, I need that movie on a hard drive or somewhere solid in my bunker. It was dope, bro. Like it's just, bro. Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan, I say it all the time. That's like Future and Metro, bro.
Yeah,
That's
undefeated.
like checking, bro.
Undefeated,
like,
man.
Like you can't miss. You can't miss with shit like that, bro.
Yeah,
you can't miss.
Yeah, incredible.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, like, man, just to hear what y'all saying, bro, I feel the same way. The movie was really good. Went into it trying, like, I'm always one of those people. I try not to go into it listening to what everybody else is saying because I want to just go into my own mind. Because people might say a movie great, and I'm like I'm gonna say one movie that I thought was okay, that a lot of people loved, a lot of people say it was great. I thought Black Panther was okay. I didn't think Black Panther was this transcendent movie. I thought it was just okay. But it's still a good movie. But so I tried to go into it with that same mindset, like just watch it for what it is. Don't want to get too caught up in the hype. And the movie was amazing. I thought it was really well shot. I thought it was really well done. Thought what they were saying with the subtleties, and we'll get into that with all the subtle foreshadowing, all the subtle religious. We'll get into all that. I thought they did a really great job. And we'll talk about our favorite scenes, but I think my favorite scene is probably different from everybody else's scene, and we'll talk about that. But I think they just did a really good job telling a story. And shout out to my boy CJ. We always have this conversation about DEI in movies where they just make characters a certain race or a certain creed because. And I think they did a really good job in this movie making characters feel more real and not like just we're just gonna make black good guys. Smoke and Stack were not good guys. Nope. I thought they did a really good job of humanizing everybody in the movie. Like nobody was I'm just a great good guy, good person. I'm a thug with a heart of gold. I'm a thug with a heart of gold. I really care about niggas.
W. Ryan Coogler, bro.
Hey, Dale Ray, man. I saw
Dale Ray, that's my blood. I swear to God.
I didn't know he was gonna be in the movie. So I was super happy.
So I thought they did a really good job of that. And Ryan Coogler, he got to get his flowers because I was looking at his Rotten Tomato list. Everything has been certified fresh. Everything he's ever done has been certified fresh. He has no whammies on his list. Everything has been a top-selling movie. So shout out to him. We got to give these guys their flowers, bro, because you never know, like, when it's your last movie or your last time on Earth. So we try to give these guys their flowers when they can. So I thought the movie was really well done. I thought it was great. So Kane, D-Man, how did y'all feel about it?
10 out of 10, man. For real. The first thing that caught my attention, like Vino said, you know what I'm saying, the intro, when you saw him standing in front of the car and off rip, you could automatically see that even though they were the same, they were two different people. You know what I'm saying? Just by like how they were dressed as far as like the hats or whatnot, it was like their stature themselves, like how they presented themselves. You know, you got Stack was more so on the laid back, chill side. You feel me? Like, and then his brother was more so on the serious, like, we gonna get this money. You know what I'm saying? We about business. And I just love to see how I love to see how Michael was able to play both parts in the same movie. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yo, my brother, you are versatile. You feel me? And you doing your thug thizzle. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that I definitely give that movie a 10 out of 10. Do recommend. And if you already watched it, go ahead and watch that shit again. Type shit. Like for real.
Right. I ain't gonna cap when we find a good version, we're gonna definitely watch that shit on stream.
Talk about it.
Oh yeah.
So D-Man, come on, give me your thoughts, brother. Talk to me.
No, y'all right on what y'all said for real, because I was like, yeah. Michael B, I thought he really did have a secret twin somewhere he was hiding or something, because he did a fantastic job. I ain't gonna lie. He was like when the white guy was like, y'all twins? Nah, we cousins. Like that's from then on, I was like, yeah, this movie's gonna be great. Yeah. Like they definitely snap. I like the whole aspect of like when they open in their own spot, and then like of course like the vampires gotta come destroy all of that, but everybody was just having a good time dancing and stuff. Like it was really good. Like the dance scene was cool, like when it was all turning up, having everybody come around. Yeah, it was dope. All the actors and actresses did their thing. Ryan Coogler, you definitely did your thing. Michael B. Jordan, you already know what's up. Creed, all that. Fire.
So let me ask. So Bruce, y'all know Bruce got to be extra, but y'all know this. Come on now. He
Boy,
wouldn't be
Bruce,
him.
damn, I'm talking about. That's all I hear, bro. I'm trying to hear my man's talk, and you just, hey, you chewing loud as shit, bro. Can I get some, please?
So let me ask y'all. Because if we're gonna talk about the movie in its totality, we gotta go there before we get to the good parts. So if I could ask each and every one of y'all, if y'all had to be Nitpick McGee, what is one thing y'all did not like about the movie? And we can move on after we say one thing that we could have nitpicked. So we can start with anybody. Anybody go?
I'll go first because it's easy for me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just be honest, bro. There was nothing about this movie that I did not like. Not a single part.
Really?
Of it.
Okay.
No. There was not a part. The attention to detail in this movie was, bro. And like I say, Quentin Tarantino, that level of attention to detail of exactly how they're doing shit, and like where shots are placed and the color contrast, the film that he shot it on, the wide angles and the close angles for certain scenes that I don't know, bro. I don't know if it was nothing wrong with this movie, dog. Okay. I don't know.
I got a rebuttal for that one.
Okay.
It was one thing, to be honest, for me. Yeah, it was one thing for me. It was the scene when they were in the barn. As far as, you know what I'm saying, the music, when they were playing the music.
Yes.
It got to the point where the music itself was overpowering the commentary. You know what I'm saying? So I was because I was listening to it in the theater. So you know what I'm saying?
So
of course
you mean as far as like audio mixing.
Yeah, the audio mixing itself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when it came down to that scene alone, because you hear the narrator in the background trying to speak, but at the same time, you have the music and the bass just overpowering it. So it was like kind of hard to concentrate on what he was saying, as well as trying to view, you know what I'm saying, watch it. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got the music as well. So I'll say that was the only thing for me.
Got you. Fair.
What about you? Can you talk to me?
Yeah, so the only thing I really had a problem with was I wish you would have expanded more on what the Native Americans was doing with them. I mean, it showed them briefly. It showed him running from it, and I was like, they must be tearing his ass.
Yeah, because he was fucked up. He was definitely,
And he was running he risked running in the daylight to get away from me.
He did.
That's like that Demon Slayer shit, bro. That's like that Mugen Train.
So how bad of whatever they was doing to him that made him risk like, fuck, I would combust than rather deal with these people.
I think they said enough though. You get what I'm saying? Because number one, we all know the Native Americans to have this ancient knowledge on how to deal with certain spirits and certain entities and stuff that, regular Americans and Black Americans, we don't have, you know what I mean? Right. Because they're even African and Native American spirituality is different in a lot of ways, so the way we deal with things and the way they deal with things are not the same. And I like the fact that they showed the resistance that the white folks had towards the Native Americans. And they was like, nigga, I'm here to help you. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying?
They were like, no.
There's a thing in there that's going to kill the both of you if you don't let us in there and kill it. You know what I mean? And then when the other Native American was like, hey, yo, sun going down, it's time to roll. Dude was like, hey, y'all on your own. And you know what I mean? We out. It's the same thing natives have been trying to tell Americans forever. Like, there are things out here that we deal with spiritually and that y'all should know about. And we want to tell y'all, but y'all don't listen to us.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that the small 60 seconds they were on screen, bro, it said a whole lot. It just said a lot.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I would say if I had to nitpick, I would say, and it's kind of what you guys were saying, but on the opposite spectrum, I would like to have seen more of the fight scene against the vampires. They did a lot of cutaways. For me, I felt like that build up to that final stand in the barn, it kind of didn't pay off enough that I wanted it to. I don't know if it was shot like that for a reason, but for me, the build up to get the garlic, the steaks, all that, I felt like it could have been a lot more visceral. Like they tried to take it there, but I don't feel like they took it there. And that's just a nitpick. I thought it was still a good scene. I just felt like that was supposed to be the big payoff, and I wanted a little more out of it. I didn't think they gave me enough personally. But other than that, I thought everything was good. Like you were saying, Vino, with the Native Americans, I think the impact was for them to have that mysteriousness to them, like where you like, damn, they've been chasing them. I'm like, what happened to even get to that point? And then they had spoke on the Choctaw Indians beforehand earlier in the movie, so we got to see them. So I thought that was done really well. We brought up the resistance when they saw those Klan flags. They still
wanted to help them.
Yes, even after that, and they weren't willing to let them in to stop it. So that said a lot. So yeah, I definitely believe that. But that's the only thing. That's the only thing I can nitpick on if I said I didn't like. Everything else was really well.
Old girl messed it up when she said, "Y'all motherfuckers come in."
Hey, that was a Star Lord type moment, man.
I was like,
so
did she really just invite them?
I was so upset, man.
So if y'all were married, what would y'all do? Would y'all have let him turn y'all and let them turn your children, or would you have killed your spouse and kept it pushing? What was, because she sacrificed herself for us, like, and that's another thing. So mind y'all, man, Ryan Coogler did his thing.
He did it.
When he wrote the movie and we watched it, they set it up with the daughter when they were in there, showing that she know how to run everything. She knows how to run the whole operation from the cash register to the other building. When her mom got up, so they already sowed the seeds that she gonna be all right. Her mom and daddy gone, but she still know how to run everything in this motherfucker. Like, it's gonna be fucked up, but she know how to run this shit. So I thought that was really cool little thing they added in there. But would y'all let them motherfuckers turn y'all, or is y'all gonna kill your spouse?
But she said that they was not gonna come, like that they wasn't going nowhere. Even the leader said, y'all are gonna die tonight. Yeah, so that they wasn't going nowhere. Nobody was leaving to. He wasn't even gonna go.
When he started speaking in Japanese, though, he started speaking in Japanese and said,
"Hey, that was crazy." I was just about to say, Game Boy. Like, look, crazy. Man, as a sometimes toxic nigga myself,
sometimes
the way that nigga told her in Japanese, I even know what you like. I know how to feel inside you.
I know how you taste. It's crazy.
The way that I already know how to flick my tongue.
But see, he got her mind though. That's all.
Hey, look. Hey, when he told her, I was like, oh yeah, that's over with, bro.
Yeah, that's GG's. But would y'all turn? Would y'all turn, or would y'all kill y'all spouse?
Would I turn? Nah. You got to see me.
I kill myself, man.
You got to see me.
I'm gonna be honest, that shit ain't like Twilight, bro. You don't regenerate.
And and now we got to bring up the question because we got to get a little bit deeper. So, did everybody say everything they didn't like about the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, me. I don't. Maybe it wasn't supposed to be like this, but if it was supposed to be a horror movie, it wasn't given that.
No, not at all.
You know, if it was, I can put it up there, like as far as like action, action, whatever type of horror, like Ben Wilson type
thriller,
shit,
kind of.
Yeah,
thriller comedy type
shit. Yeah. But no, and then I'll give it to Vino. But like the thing I like about Ryan Coogler is he cracked that code that niggas like Stephen King and them have to where like you can have all these different movies, right? And then people will be wanting to know about one singular franchise, like how y'all just said about, well, what the hell was the Native Americans doing to these vampires? Because we ain't never seen no vampires run from not a goddamn thing, right?
Hey, talk your shit.
Like we ain't never seen that. So what was like? But that's also how I feel about when I think about Stephen King and The Mist. I want to know more about where the creatures in The Mist came from and shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's like, so like people like Ryan Coogler, he cracked that code to where he's like whatever he got the Midas touch now.
Yeah.
to
multiple genres in one movie.
Yeah, like multiple franchises, or multiple franchises, or in one movie, or in one genre, or something like that. But that's my only thing. Because other than that, that shit was dope. It was dope.
Yes.
The soundtrack was busting like it always is with Ron Coogler and Mike B. Jordan. Action was cool. The story was hidden. I can look at it over and over. The acting was good as hell. Like I'll never regret seeing that movie. However you see it.
No, definitely.
So yeah.
So with that being said, let me ask you guys. We talked about our least favorite scenes, and I'll start it off. Our favorite scenes of the whole movie. I actually have two. My first one is a little bit more like, what's the word? Like, I think more people had his favorite scene. I think it was Delroy when they drove past the prisoners.
Yeah.
And he had the monologue about the prisoners, and he knew all of them and how they all
that was
got
fire.
there.
That was
I
fire.
think that scene, and Delroy actually said in the interview when he started singing and they started playing the song, that was improvised. And they actually took it out the movie, but then they had a screening of it, and he asked Ryan to put it back, and Ryan put it back. So that scene was super powerful. That was like one of the most standout scenes to me. But my truly favorite scene, and this is not a joke, and I'll explain why it's my favorite scene. It was the fucking river dance outside.
Yes, sir.
I didn't even gonna say that.
It's one of mine.
You're not the only one.
Scene, bro. Like, because the whole time, obviously, this was a strong black-led movie. A lot of times, they even made the white people seem very corny at the beginning. But then for them to have all the vampires, and they have this circle of them chanting, and they're getting that shit, and he's killing it.
Yeah, he was killing it. He definitely was killing it.
That scene is so layered, and that scene is layered in itself, bro.
Yes,
it's a very, very layered scene because he's Irish.
Yes, powerful. That was a powerful scene.
Not only is he Irish, he's older than traditional racism.
Yes,
you know what I mean. He's much older than that, and the Christianity was forced upon his people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They came and took all of his shit too.
Yeah.
The music, he just wanted that connection again.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he didn't have it. And he had it in that scene. You know what I mean? When they were all dancing with him. That was the whole reason he was trying to capture Sammy in the first place.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
that's what did he tell him? He was like, I want your music. I want your music.
That scene was
so good.
A masterpiece, bro.
It was so good. I really felt like it was very strong. I felt like what they were trying to portray was, and in Ryan Coogler, like, I think two things can be true in a statement. Like, these guys are corny. Yes, these guys are different than us, but they can do things as well as we can, and they can do things like we can, as far as, because they tried to push. At the beginning, it's like a red herring. They push black music very strongly, the blues. They push it very heavily in the movie. But then we get this contrast of blues that is just as powerful, that is just as strong. I thought that was amazing. I thought they did a great job, because the whole time, the first time we see them, they're corny. Everybody laughing. They play them the banjo. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, and it's like, ha, ha, ha. But then they have this powerful scene with something that is fully contrasting to blues. I thought they did an amazing job.
But not really though. Irish folk music and blues are both based on pain.
Talking shit.
They're one and the same.
Facts.
They're both based on pain. So
talk your shit. Talk your shit. And that's why the lyrics meant so much. Pick the Robin clean and all that. All those. All that shit matters.
Lassie go, lassie.
Talk your shit. Talk your shit. So those are my two favorite scenes. I thought they were very powerful. I thought they just reached out to me and spoke to me in a way that no other scene in the movie did. So besides the scene when he was got to be with his unborn child and his wife again.
That's my favorite scene where he was John Wicking. Boy, he went crazy on them.
Shit.
Yeah, no, that was the best part. Well, for me, one of my best parts was definitely when he was going crazy on the end. Like the KKK came in. Yeah, nah, y'all gonna get it. The grenade.
And I'm glad you brought it up, because I don't know. I'm pretty sure all y'all know about it. But remember at the beginning when he was like, man, how often do y'all clean these floors? And it come all the way back.
Yep.
Because they do that shit all the time. They let them black niggas buy that motherfucker.
Yep.
They air that hell out.
It's crazy work.
Crabs in the barrel. Yeah.
Shit crazy.
Yeah, he tried. They tried it until he came out the woods.
So that's your favorite scene, D-Man?
That's my favorite scene. If I had to choose another one, I like when they was dancing. When they actually like they showed like, you know, the Crips
Different
and the
cultures.
Bloods.
Yeah.
That was fire.
That was nice.
Different generations. Different.
Yeah, that was fire. And then like the Asian culture in there.
Everything. Yeah.
Fire.
Yes.
Fire.
Yeah.
That was fire. Yeah.
I was so confused.
Of course, any scene with Haley Steinfeld.
I was so confused, bro. I was like, "What am I watching?" Like, but then, like when it hit me, I was like, "Oh!" It was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they showed him standing outside, and he's like, he could see it. He saw everything. He was like, "Yeah, I need him. You have a power. I need him."
He brought the roof was on fire. Get it.
Yeah,
That
was such a great scene. Like,
Amazing.
Great to be able to show the different,
the
different genres that was able to connect to the blues. So that was definitely that was clean.
Good.
That was a good one.
Yes.
I almost shed a tear on that, but I shed a tear when it was brother versus brother. That's where I shed the tear when he was trying to get him. I was like, oh man,
I love
this
that.
is crazy.
I love that. I just loved it. And in my own head canon, if Smoke would have never killed the clan at the end, Stack would have.
Okay, shit.
Most definitely. Hands down. Hands down.
For sure. So, if we had to pick one of the small details that we really like minor details that we liked about the movie, what are some of the small details? It could be a medium size. It don't have to be like a super small, but what are some of the small things that y'all liked about the movie?
Oh man, dude, it's so many.
You know what?
It's definitely a lot, bro.
I'll tell you what, bro.
It is a lot.
I'm not gonna go. I guess this came after I watched the breakdown of the post-credit scene. Sorry. They said not just Stat or Smoke or whoever that was in the end in the Coochie Sweat.
Yes. That was Stat.
Yeah. Okay. They said it wasn't just stacking his girl, right? In the end, old boy didn't have no reflection in the mirror either.
Who, Sammy?
Yeah.
I gotta go watch it.
Yeah, I gotta watch
it.
You know what's crazy?
It may have been the angle too, but like I was saying, I was like, okay, well that part makes sense, but like, how would he not have no reflection? Like, first of all,
I heard that.
Because old boy didn't.
Because Sam fight him. And then when he smelled him, he could tell when he died. You remember he smelled him and was like, "Oh, your time coming soon." So he already knew he was going to die.
Shout out to Buddy Guy, by the way.
Buddy Guy.
Great. Legendary.
Bruce Wright, because it threw me off when he had the guitar in his hand. He went to the church and then he was like, he invited him in. He didn't just walk in. He invited him, and I was like, wait, why? I was like, why ain't he walking in?
But my thing is, how did he get?
It don't matter if it's day or night.
No.
It don't matter if it's day or night. They always gotta be invited in.
But no, I mean, yes, they do. But you know what I'm saying? They will. Burning. That was the case.
It was day.
Yeah,
he would be. Yeah, he'd be burning unless
it
was
like, oh boy,
unless it was like a slow effect.
I mean, shit, you don't know where he came from.
So you saying him being scratched instead of big could have been a different effect? Like a
like
type shit.
Turn into a
zombie movie with Dave Bautista and stuff. Army of the Dead.
Oh yeah,
like something like that. Yeah, something like that. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, why is he inviting
to it?
That's what I'm saying. Like, man, like, hey, when it comes to
that was weird.
That, man, and Jordan Peele got it too. You know, when it comes to just like making a movie, like you can just drop one movie and then like you can have like all these spin-offs.
Y'all saw the trailer
for like all these little bitty questions that just will never be answered. Will never be answered. You know, and you can just keep going.
Tell me some of the little things you like. Tell me some of the little things you liked about the movie. Some of the little subtleties, or just some of the things that were sprinkled in that you was like, damn, that's cool.
I like their wardrobes, man. I like the clothes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they were dressed up.
Let's talk about it.
The way the clothes felt like it was made for the person that was in it.
Yeah.
So you could tell from Stack, Smoke, just their clothes alone, you could tell how they was different before they even talked. You could just tell how they was different. So everybody ran across, it was different. You're like, okay, well, you got people working in the field, so you see the difference there. You got people there's I forgot her name, that was his child's mother.
Yes.
You can tell the difference between her, and you can tell the difference between her practices. So she had a different wardrobe. So like just those small hints of everybody's still down in the Delta, but everybody's different.
They killed that.
So so I did love it. And I think seeing just knowing that Michael B. Jordan had to act every scene twice when he was in it twice.
Yes.
Was amazing. Like to get it that perfect with yourself, like you literally talking to yourself.
Yeah.
And just do it twice. So yeah. I love little stuff like that, you know.
Talking shit.
So yeah.
Vino? Oh, go ahead, Kane. Go ahead, Kane. You supposed to say something?
I was about to say, for me, like the one part that I did like a lot is when Stack was talking to his girl at the train station, you know, when they was over there advertising that pull up to the boom boom room type shit, you know what I'm saying? And she pulled up and
pull
she
to
was
the
like,
TTV pool party.
You fucking left me, you know what I'm saying? You left me high and dry, because everybody looked at Stack and they thought Stack was just he was just an ain't shit ass dude, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a hit it and quit it type of guy. Whole time this man, he was risking his life to be with her.
Okay, shit.
You know what I'm saying? And it was even more like, I know that it hurt him for the fact that he couldn't be with her, so he had to, you know what I'm saying, love her from a distance.
Right.
And it goes to show at the end, you feel me, after they became vampires, you know what I'm saying, they still stayed together damn near 80 years later. So you can't say that he didn't love her, you know what I'm saying? So it was just great to see that side of him, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. And then Cornbread, when he was at the door, you know what I'm saying, let me in. Let me in.
Yeah, that was funny.
He was like, so we can all love each other.
So when y'all see D-Man in person, D-Man like 6'3". The nigga gonna be, he built like cornbread, nigga. So if his big ass can't get through the door, I know it's something. Don't let that nigga in.
Hey, why can't you just walk in, D-Man?
Yeah, don't let that nigga in.
Hey, man, I don't even know why I'm talking to you. I'm talking to him.
Hey, talk about
But yeah, Vino, so you was gonna tell us what you some subtleties that you like, some little things that you liked about the movie. Talk to me.
The subtleties is damn near what made the movie.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Talk your shit.
The contrast between Chicago and the South. You know what I mean? The especially, you know, Chicago, just Mississippi with tall buildings, just little stuff. Just little stuff that they were saying that we've always known.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you know, little stuff that was always said amongst the Midwest and the South. Just, you know, those little subtle, those soft languages that we all speak. You know what I mean? And the fact that there was, you know, Asians in the Mississippi Delta.
Yes.
Even way back then. You know what I'm saying?
After seeing that movie, I actually went and did research on that. There was a lot of them.
Really?
The relationship that the Asians had with the white people and the black people.
Yes.
Like they were the mediators between the two races. You know,
the white had them on both sides of the street.
Yeah. And just little stuff, man. Like bro was saying, what Smoke and Stack was wearing, the fact that Smoke wore blue and Stack was red and hot, and you know what I mean, it's almost like life and death. You know what I'm saying? And it even ended that way.
Talking shit.
You know, the one in the red ended up being the vampire. You know what I'm saying?
Talking shit.
You know, just little stuff, bro. It was, and I can go on and on about the subtleties because there was so many of them, especially with the black church. Their relationship with the blues and what they thought of it at first, and how, and this is, I know a lot of people gonna have to hate when I say this, but how they weren't technically wrong.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Because he told his daddy told Sammy, he said, if you go down there tonight, you gonna meet the devil.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was trying to tell his ass. So it wasn't just all on the side of music. It showed both sides, the good and bad. the connection it can bring and the downfall it can bring.
Yep.
You know. We can go on and on about the subtleties. There's way too many of them, bro. Way too many.
I think the biggest one for me, it wasn't as subtle as some of the other things that you guys stated, but I thought that they really didn't just go deep into the friction between the two, was the religious aspect between Haitian witchcraft and Christianity. One of the most, and it's one of my favorite. Like, there's a lot of things that I liked, but as I go back and think about it, if we go to the Haitian witchcraft, if we go back to the scene where old Smoke goes back and talks to his girl, and he brings a complete farce to her religion and what she believes in her spirituality by saying this goddamn bag, this juju bag, the mojo bag. If it's supposed to protect me, why ain't it protect our daughter if you put mojo on her? And I liked it because the contrasting ideologies was, yes, initially you'd be like, damn, that make a lot of sense. But then we see in the movie, the mojo bag is literally what saves Smoke from being bitten.
Yep.
Right.
That shit was amazing. It's not outwardly saying one is right or one is wrong. It's giving you the choice to think on your own. Like, at the end of the day, this mojo worked. So why didn't it work for the daughter though? And she was, man, that shit.
And she was practicing hoodoo, not voodoo.
Yes,
it was hoodoo.
Which is actually a mixture. There are Christianity elements in hoodoo, you know what I mean, and stuff that they believe too, you know. So it's not it wasn't exactly Haitian witchcraft.
Yes,
and that was one thing, and you know, and I agree with that, man, because a lot of the shit that our grandmothers and stuff used to tell us when we was younger, man, and the thing about Hanks, you know, I mean, give you a couple dollars to keep the Hanks off you. I used to wonder what the hell that shit meant my whole life. Like, what the fuck is the Hanks? Like, what is the, keep the Hanks off me? I even say it now. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, it was a lot. You're right. You hit it on the head.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that really stood out to me. When you have good writing and great people thinking about cause and effect. Like, they could have just did the mojo bag and had that scene, and we never see the mojo bag again, and the scene would have been good.
Right.
But to have it come back and show that it really held some power for protection, and for him, and even to go further, for him to finally take the mojo bag off when he wants to be with his family at the end, knowing that it was protecting him, that it's not going to protect him no more.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Yeah,
just so he could hold his baby again.
Too good, bro. Too good. So, yeah, that's one of the small little subtle things about the mojo bag. That was like a character within itself. I thought it was really good, man. Man. How did y'all feel about the music as a whole? Did it like take you to another place?
My boy Sammy did his Thug Thizzle.
Man, so the first part that got me was I was listening to it, but I had the same look that Smoke had once he started singing in the car. Because we have always had that moment where we hear something, maybe somebody singing, somebody we don't know, and it don't matter what they sing, it hits you on a whole different level.
It just hits you.
You ever get the goosebumps?
Yeah,
you know that little chill. Yep.
So when he started, I felt the same thing he felt. So the music,
and I think that was the first time we had heard him sing in the movie.
Yep.
So for that voice to come out of that person, that was very like. I ain't
very
gonna lie,
age, like he was young,
have that sultry, that CJ baritone, that CJ baritone. I didn't think that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was insane. Because if you ask me what I expected his voice to sound like when he officially sung,
it wasn't.
It wasn't that at all.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead, Q. I'm sorry to cut you off. Keep going. All right.
Oh no, you good. I was just saying from beginning to end, I enjoyed all the music. I actually look forward to it. Like I said, hell, with the Irish dancing when they got started digging. Hey, boy, look, I saw the footwork. He was.
Hey,
but look, hey, I better get out the
middle. They be getting down, boy.
I'll say it'd be the end credits for me when he was singing by himself.
Yes.
Yeah, that right there, you know what I'm saying? The stomping the feet. I'm talking about he really remixed the song. You feel me? So it was just with just the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And his feet. So just to see the skills that, you know what I'm saying, he had, like, that man is going to make it far. You feel me? I don't know. I didn't do enough research to see if he was on anything else prior to this.
He performs with the artist called Her.
With Her? Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told him to go for the
Well, I know for sure this ain't his last movie. I know for sure this ain't his last movie.
No.
He learned it for the movie? He learned it for the movie?
Yes. He learned to play the guitar for the movie, dog.
Damn,
that's dedication right there, though.
Yeah,
for real.
Oh, if nobody else gets him, Ryan Coogler got him for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He got to be a musician.
Shorty cold blooded.
Yeah, that's facts.
He cold.
Yeah,
his breakout
yes.
role. Oh man. Dude.
Yeah. For it to be his first, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bruce, how did you feel about the score? How did you feel about the score of the movie? Talk to me.
Again, bro, like I said, it's like when Ron Coogler and Mike B. Jordan get together and they get the right budget, bro. The soundtrack gonna be hidden, bro. That's like Future and Metro when the check clear, bro. It's man. You know the music gonna be hidden. You know the script gonna be hidden. You know you're gonna be able to go and see that movie numerous times. You're gonna be able to take different jumps to go see that movie at different times of the day, and you're gonna be chilling. You're gonna be enjoying it. You're gonna act like, hey, you might act like this your first time going to go see the movie with it every time.
Talk about it,
you know. So you know, so it was definitely that. I would like to redact my favorite scene from the movie was something that put a challenge on me. Like it made me. I feel like now I'm seeking after women who make music, right?
Talk your shit.
Because when he put that mouth on her, right, and then she came out and she got to singing. I feel like now I took that personally. Right?
Please, somebody clip Bruce. Can y'all please?
No, it's not about I'm just saying, bro. Listen, bro. He put mouth on, and then she came out and got to singing, bro. I was like, God damn, this is my favorite song.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, he changed the game though.
Hey, she did sing. She was singing her ass off.
Hey, but here's my problem, Kane.
He said, I want to taste it. You know, she could walk about 5 miles. She walked about 5 miles to get there, bro.
Hey, this is why.
Hey, hold on, Bruce. What you told Kane the other night? Damn, my baby got a little twang.
They got a little twang too.
Not the twang.
They got a little sneeze on. They got a little sneeze.
He said, let me wash up real quick.
He ain't give a shit that she walked.
You ain't gotta wash up.
Oh, no, I know you
I just want to taste you.
He had all the beard niggas looking sad just then, bro. We need to step our game up.
So I just don't know no women who sing like that.
Who?
Maybe I don't know no composers.
Right. So if y'all had to choose somebody to go opposite of Michael B. Jordan instead of himself. Not saying he didn't do a great job. Let's just say if it was somebody
Michael
else,
Jordan get everything.
Who would y'all pick to be the opposite of him?
Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors. I felt that way.
Yeah, Jonathan Majors.
Hey, so I'm gonna say, so you know, of course, I'm gonna say R.I.P. to him, but Chadwick, I would have loved to see.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Chadwick,
yeah, that would have.
He would have definitely played Smoke though. I couldn't see him.
Yeah. Y'all see him play? Who did he play? James Brown.
Yep. Yeah. Chadwick would have been great in a movie like that.
Yeah, he would have been good.
So for me, because once I saw it, you know what I'm saying? The first impression that I got from it was like, God damn, bro, I feel like that man Jamie could do this. You know what I'm saying? Back in his prime.
Jamie
Jamie
sure. He could do it
right now. Yeah.
You think he could do it right now?
Yeah, I think he could do it right now. He could do it right now.
Jamie could have played both roles. He could have been Smoke and Stack for sure.
Yeah, factual. He definitely could do both. But I was gonna lean over more to the Stack side.
Yeah, he definitely did that.
Yeah, he'll play the shit out of Stack.
For sure.
Yeah, Jamie Foxx would have killed
that.
Yes.
Yeah, on myself.
Yes.
For sure. Definitely.
I would have never thought about what John David Washington would have done.
Oh, you talking about Denzel Washington's son?
I would have liked to see what he would have done.
Okay. I could definitely see him more. I could see him doing more of a Stack or Smoke. I could see him as both.
I would like to see what he would have done with it.
Before we move on, I did want to comment on the soundtrack.
Yeah, go ahead.
This was the best soundtrack for a vampire movie since Queen of the Damned.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Facts. And even their names, Smoke and Stack. I don't know if y'all know Howlin' Wolf. You know what I mean? It's it's an old blues song called Smoke Stack Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Ryan Coogler got
That's
their
where he got
names
it
from.
from.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And,
Okay.
and bro, the whole shit, just like with Queen of the Dam, how the music matched the movie perfectly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I haven't seen something like this since then. You know, so yeah, Ryan did his thing on that for real.
Yes. Definitely not. Like the soundtrack was very strong. Like I said, even one of the scenes, one of my favorite scenes, just the improvisation of the song by Delroy and the guy who plays Sammy. Like, man, it's just all of it was powerful. Especially when you coming from that time period, a lot of the songs are powerful. Like, but even on the religious side, from Christianity, Catholic Church, Baptist, then you got the side of blues, early blues, like early blues coming from slavery all the way to free men. Like, come on, it's gonna be powerful. So they definitely had a hit. And then the Irish folk songs, like powerful songs, like you stated, Vino, but also coming from a place of pain and a place of a time from a war and all that.
That was one of the smartest things they did in this movie. That was the smartest. The parallel between Irish and black culture. It was the smartest.
Instead of just having another white racist vampire. Facts.
Yeah. Nah, factual.
Because he wasn't even racist. In his mind, he was bringing people together.
Yep. He wanted everybody to be one.
He told them that he wasn't racist. He was like, "What does he have to do with it?"
Yeah, facts.
He told them the Klan was coming.
Yeah, he told them.
Yes.
He was like, they coming to kill y'all. They setting y'all up, and he wasn't lying to them. He was telling them the truth.
And then, matter of fact,
he said we can go get him too. If y'all
he
want.
did. I was about to say the wife and the husband was like, yeah, we could go handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that part. Nah,
and
factual.
That was another thing I liked with vampire lore of the person who turns you gets all your memories, all your abilities. I thought that was awesome. I thought that was really cool. Because that means the person that made you is always gonna have some type of connection to you. That shit crazy as fuck.
See, that's the only
I like movies like that.
Go ahead, Q.
That's the only reason why I say I would kill my family member because so it's a different type of vampire. So this one you don't really have. You're not really yourself at all.
Nope.
Because all your memories, everything goes to him. He got control over
the host. Facts.
So so he's the host.
Unless the host dies, then now you got your just free will to do what the fuck you want to do.
So I was like, I don't want to get nobody that power or control like this. So
talk your shit.
I will say one part that I wish they did add in was like, you know what I'm saying, like the backstory of when Smoke and Stack did go to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Because what did occur for you to be able to get that large amount of money?
No, so they talked about it. They ran a scam. They got over on Al Capone. Like they got that shit and dipped on his ass.
Yeah,
that's why they were saying. That's why they were saying. I had the Italian round with the Irish beer. You ain't supposed to have that. When these niggas find out what the fuck you been doing,
they're gonna pull up.
The Italians was at war and they robbed them in the midst of the war and just dipped on them.
Took the wine and they beer and dipped.
They made it seem like they were gone for years. You know what I'm saying? As far as
they had been because they were in the war. They were in the war first, and then they went to Chicago. Yeah, they've been gone for a minute.
It was Hitman. They worked for Al Capone.
Yep.
I like movies like that when they like really test your knowledge of just like history, overall lore.
Yes, for sure.
When it comes to shit like vampires and shit, because the second I knew that they was vampires, I was like, okay, don't invite none of these motherfuckers in who outside. Don't let nobody in who outside. I'm so glad. As soon as that door closed, don't let nobody in. And then when
now mind you,
take to the chest. You know what I'm saying?
I would
regular
say,
shit.
I would say TV has kind of taken it out, but all the vampires movies I've seen recently, they kind of keep that don't let them in. Like that's a main thing with movie vampires. Now TV vampires, like the originals and shit, them niggas be walking in this shit.
Ryan Coogler made it a metaphor. And that was the cold part about it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It was it was almost the argument that Malcolm X was making versus the one Martin Luther King was making. You know, Malcolm X is like, no, we don't want y'all in here. And we also don't want to be over there. We want our own shit separate from y'all.
Yep.
MLK was like, no, we all need to come together and you know, there's been arguments over the years on who was right. Did segregation was segregation really our enemy?
Talk your shit.
Talk about it.
Or was it for our benefit? You know what I mean? And did us integrating these cultures really fuck us up? You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's like they watered us down so much till we eventually invited them in.
Yes.
And now that we invited them in, we have no control over our own shit anymore.
Man, that would be.
I have a question. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that the Asian wife, do you think that she was wrong at the end to invite everybody in?
She was just emotional.
I mean,
it was just emotional.
Wrong.
Do you think she was wrong?
Easily, yes.
I mean, because of course she went early grave. Yeah, she sacrificed.
All she had to do was wait 30 minutes.
Because it's almost
wait 30. Come on, she had to wait 30 minutes.
It's almost the needs of the many versus the needs.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's exactly what I was going to say, Vino.
Because he brought up her daughter. He brought her up.
Yep.
And it triggered her instantly.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you act off of emotion in a situation like that, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be wrong. But that's why I like to see how the villains play. You know, like that's why I say, like, I don't know if this is toxic of me, but when he told her, like, hey girl, I know how you and all this shit, I was like, ooh, damn, that's some Bruce shit right there. If I'm trying to get in, hey, look, if I want to push some button,
that's how you push a button, though.
Push some buttons, hey girl. I remember the way
it was how he was watching
when he
was cornbread.
Yes.
He was just watching cornbread eat the dude. Like, oh
yeah.
Don't mind, bro.
Yeah, like, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Get in the car.
Like,
come on.
That was
Yes.
crazy.
I felt like, I definitely agree. I feel like she I can't say overreacted, because when you have children, sometimes you get irrational. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Knowing that these folks literally could just turn around, go to town, and kill your daughter.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? Look, am I wrong for knowing she was gonna be the one?
No. Everybody.
I feel like everybody knew.
Yeah,
the way she was crashing out.
She was doing, she was doing way too much moving around.
She was all over the place.
She was
just talking to herself. Hey, let's push her out the door.
He said, push out the door.
So now, I guess we gotta ask this, because this has been kind of galvanizing. It's been pushing people this way and this way. I want to definitely get y'all thoughts and see what side of the fence that y'all lean on. I'm not gonna go with what they're saying. I'm not gonna go with that. I just want to know y'all thoughts. Do y'all believe that Sinners should have a sequel?
Okay, so when it comes to shit like that, that's like for me, like I said, like I keep saying, Ryan Coogler, he cracked the code for, hey, you throw one movie out, these motherfuckers, they gonna want a series, they gonna want a sequel, a prequel. You know, like they're gonna want a lot.
What would you do with it? No, I don't think it should.
I would do a prequel.
No,
just to see like how Smoke and Stack do. I want to see the Smoke and Stack spinoff.
But it can't be vampires. That's gonna be a completely different movie. Then.
That's fine. I would be down just to see it. You know,
I got the prequel idea.
But they could still add vampires. It'd just be like maybe they kind of knew about vampires and wasn't sure. Or like they were like, if you need it, you don't really. I don't feel like you need vampires for a Smoke and Stack movie.
It'll definitely have to include his girl, though. You know what I'm saying? The one who does the hoodoo.
All of that. But like for none of that, I don't feel like you need vampires at all. Now, if you want to do a sequel, I'd be down to see. What would you? I mean, like, okay, so like I'd be down to see something similar.
I think I know where you're going, because we usually same on this. So
I'd be down for it, just to see, like, okay, so now here we are, all these years later. Now he a vampire. I guess he basically took over the role of the one who was getting his ass whooped by the Native Americans. Since this might be Jordan and Ryan Coogler again, the vampire is not going to be all that bad of a guy. You know, like they're going to be much more relatable to us this time, the same way Killmonger was. So who are the vampires going against? You know, like what's going on? Like it'll be more so some shit like that. And let's give us another bump of the soundtrack, of course. You know, throw some Kendrick on there. And yeah, I'd be down for a sequel. You know, it's a lot you can do with that. But again, that's just because that's Ryan Coogler. It might be again. You know, like that. Like that's.
But just because they're a great combo, and just I mean, I'm not saying the movie will be bad. Like I'm you gotta take that. I'm not saying if they did a sequel it'd be bad. I'm saying with what we've seen from Sinners, this movie, does it need a sequel to be made? Does a sequel need to happen?
It doesn't have to. No, it doesn't have to have a sequel. But I'm saying a sequel could happen just based off of all the questions that we had.
You see what happened to Dusk Till Dawn?
Man, when they did that garbage sequel.
Talk your shit.
Yeah, no, it don't need a sequel, man. I think
it doesn't have to have a sequel. It might be like one of those movies that actually gets like a rebooted or some shit down the line.
No, please don't reboot.
It might like get like as much as we don't want it to, it might get like rebooted or remade just because it might have that. It might just have that.
I'll go last on this. Let me go last.
Okay.
I'll go.
I'm one of the people that leans to it not having a sequel. I think they tied up every end that they really wanted to tie up in the movie. Everything was expanded on perfectly fine. I feel like if they were to do, it's only one way that they can expand on this movie. And if they did these other things, I feel like it would be stupid and wrong. Obviously, we can't have a movie with Stack and Mary. Because they set these characters up a certain way. And nobody likes when they do these weird ass changes where Stack and Mary, they decided to be vampires. They didn't say, oh, we're going to start biting and killing people. We're going to be good people. They're not good. So they can't be the leads of the movie. You feel what I'm saying? So they can't be the lead and just change up their whole character arc for no reason. I wouldn't like that. And then you can't have them as villains because we've seen them as people have character arcs. So them just being flat out villains, because the payoff was for them to find freedom and be in love with each other for the rest of their life. So if you have a movie where they come back and just be villains and just killing niggas, it's like to see them die, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? For what? What was this all for in the first movie? What was all that about? So if they did anything like that, I wouldn't be down for it. Like made them good or bad. Them coming back in general. The only feasible thing I can see them having a sequel, and it might not even have the same name, it just be set in the same universe, would be a Native American version with Native American people. Native American, that whole story of the Native Americans dealing with the vampires, having a new vampire or people in their tribe getting bit. It'd be something with the Native Americans, but seeing the black characters come back or that story is completely tied up. I can't see them. And then on top of that, we did see them go into the 90s. So we know they live past this point. So the only way I can see them is doing more Native American with do more stuff with the Native Americans. That's the only way I can see them doing.
Ooh, what if they did a Castlevania type shit and then Mike B. Jordan was like an Alucard type shit?
See, now they going too far.
That's when you start going too far.
You're doing too much now, bro. You're doing too much.
That's when they start messing up.
They already
It's a whole different movie now.
Right. So
one hell of a spin-off.
Talking shit. So anybody can chime in. I just feel like it's wrapped up the Smoke and Stack story and Sammy story, literally, completely. Because we know Sammy getting ready to die soon. We know Stack and Mary, they are living their vampire lives in the 90s at this point. Yes. So that story is completely tied up.
So when Rod waved, y'all heard the song for it?
If they played on the fucking the end of the movie.
I think they play at the end, yeah.
Yeah.
But when he said, I'm not scared of vampires and werewolves. And I was like, werewolves wasn't nowhere in this, but what if that could be like a sequel? What if they Werewolf Clan comes and then like Stack and his girl got to go against them? Like they're villain versus villain.
You want to take?
I guess Twilight mode, kind of.
Not really.
Underworld type.
Underworld,
yeah.
That.
Fuck around and bring out a Lycan in this motherfucker.
So my thing with that being said, and anybody can chime in, y'all. With that being said, does the Heart of Sinners lose what it had trying to be an action-y movie? You feel what I'm saying? Because like we stated before, this ain't just no action-y movie. This movie is a powerful message for what they were trying to convey. If we just take it to werewolves fighting vampires, will it still have the same heart as Sinners?
Nah.
I don't know. I think Ryan Coogler could find a way to tie that in.
It depends on.
I feel like he has like the mindset to do it.
It definitely depends on how it's done.
Yeah. He could do it. It could be more, just like this movie. It could be politics around, werewolves trying to, mess up their. What if they have their own vampire clan and stuff? They already, they bit a couple people, like you said. They're not good, so they bit. Obviously, they bit people and made them turn them, and so it could be something like that.
Wait, so are the werewolves the natives?
They could be.
I mean, but that's what we would have. That's what we would have hoped to have seen the first time.
Werewolves and vampires are enemies. Like
always have been.
So yeah, I can see this.
That could be something.
This made me think of Nightwolf now.
But that's what we that's what we would have hoped to see the first time.
I can see it because in Twilight, the Native Americans.
Even in Twilight,
and they'll be the one that put a fucking hurting on them, and that's why he was running.
So my thing is, and like I said before, y'all, two things can be true. The movie can come out and not be shit like Sinners 1, and nigga be like, damn, this motherfucker was still cold. It holds its own, basically.
Right.
So it could happen. I just felt like this movie in particular was done so well, man. Like, it didn't leave me wanting too much more. Like I said, the Native Americans really was the only thing I would like to see more of. I would have liked to seen the Native Americans come and help Smoke and Stack and them at the bar. You feel what I'm saying? I would have liked that. But to each his own. But I just feel like the movie was completely wrapped up. I don't feel
yeah, for sure.
I feel like with movies now, like now that I've seen this many movies,
it wasn't completely wrapped up.
To come, in a way, but it's definitely not, especially with the Native Americans. But
yes, with the Native,
when they do stuff like that, it's like, if you're gonna play it safe, go ahead, cut your ties. You don't need no sequel. But if you really that cold,
talk your shit.
Hey, if your shit is really like that,
I think
tell me about the Native Americans now. Hey, look, let's run it again. Hey, sequel or prequel?
The prequel will be the only thing that make real sense to me.
Yeah. Prequel would have to go first.
I would, me personally, if I was Ryan Coogler right now, with the success of Sinners, I would heavily consider a backstory on Remick. You know what I mean? I would heavily consider going way back into them times because he's at least over 1,000 years old.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And back when the crusade, when the Christianity crusade came into Ireland, killed all of his people, and at some point he had to become. He had to. Yeah, you know what I mean? He had to become a vampire in the midst of that. And now he's just going through this. He's going through.
Because who turned him?
So
exactly.
I want you to keep that point, Vino, because shit like that's the shit that make a motherfucker like us be like, movies is so fucking deep. Because now with that type of prequel, you got a chance to paint Remy in such a good light. Yeah. So when you go and watch Sinners, you like, damn, was this nigga really right for what he was trying to do?
Right.
That should be crazy. That should be crazy.
That is the only route that I would say make 100% sense now.
That'd be crazy.
I'm about to say, you got to think about the families
scene,
too.
The post-credit scene could be him running from them, like how they got from him running.
Yes, or the end of the movie. You feel
yeah.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's hard. That'd be hard.
Mm-hmm. All the people that died, like they ain't got no families. Let's talk about them.
Talk your shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because the Indians gonna come to they're gonna pull up to the city and they be like, all right, so all these folks then died. You know what I'm saying? It was the vampire attack. What happened to the vampires? You know what I'm saying? Of course, they're gonna have to do research. They're gonna investigate. Like, ain't no way he just.
It was black people. Look at the time.
It was black, yeah.
Look what they was finna do to him. They was finna wipe them out and act like nothing happened. You feel what I'm saying?
That shit, man.
So that's how I kind of cover everything up, and that's where good writing come in. Because you start thinking like, damn, but ain't folk gonna think about him? But they was gonna cover it up just like they were gonna do when they was gonna kill him anyway.
No,
they was hanging niggas. You feel me?
Because if you want to be 100, we could take it the dark route. They gonna blame all that shit on Smoke.
Yep.
No key. Hell yeah. Right. That's a real fact.
They're gonna blame all that shit on Smoke.
Oh, we know what happened here.
Yes, it was Smoke and Stack.
I was about to say, because Stack disappeared off the face of the earth type shit. So yeah,
Yep.
no.
But that's what I'm saying. Like when it comes to niggas like that, because Jordan Peele had shit like that too. Like when like with Get Out,
Yes.
we could have done spinoffs with that too, because there was definitely questions after that. Could have done the same thing with especially Us.
Oh
yeah,
I
Us.
love Us.
I need a sequel for Us. Why Bruce got shades on Queen? Why?
But yeah, man. So let me ask, because I know Vino said it at the beginning before we go ahead and close out for today's episode. Vino, you said that this was one of the best horror movies you've seen in the last decade.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you guys feel the same way? Is there any movie close to this horror or action-wise that you've seen in the last decade? And I'm not talking about no Marvel movies. I'm talking about like solely a different type of movie that you've seen that made you feel this way in the last decade.
On this level, I thought it was gonna be scary. I thought the monkey was gonna be scary. I like this better than the monkey.
Though, but it was still good.
I like this better than the monkey. What else? The last decade?
Yeah.
That's not
This
fair.
one?
And it can't be no Marvel shit.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I think about this, like this is something that's kind of supposed to be. It's like a horror action type shit. You know,
Yes.
like you're thinking about something like maybe Van Helsing, maybe but even still, you can't really directly compare it to that because it's so much deeper than that.
Yes.
It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all feel the same way? Y'all ain't seen nothing?
Yeah.
It's tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I thought about it hard too, dog. And
I did too.
Bro, and let me tell y'all, Vino, he will find something and say, "Nah, this movie was not the hype that everybody made."
Yeah.
He is quick to do that. For him to say, "Call me and tell me that he fuck with this movie like that." Oh yeah, he had to do something.
It's tough, bro. Like I put it up against a lot of movies, and I thought. And I wasn't even just going to horror genre movies. I'm thinking about movies, period.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that made me like, this shit. And
You know what? I got one.
I got a maybe.
Yeah, I got one that had me real good.
Maybe
In the last 10 years.
I can't say last 10.
Okay, first Joker was good. First Joker was really good.
Maybe
I got one.
maybe
Black
the
Phone.
Joker.
Black Phone.
Okay. Black Phone?
Black Phone was one of the movies that so it reminded me of how the old horror movie was. So everything from like
so Q, have you heard that the new Black Phone he coming back? Ethan Hawke's coming back as like a fucking like demon now. Like he's like he didn't like the devil and brought that nigga back. Like he ain't just a human no more. The nigga's an apparition spirit now, like Freddy Krueger type shit.
Bro, like when I think of shit like actual horror,
I don't know
shit, like I can't even put Black Phone in there.
So you like Black Phone too, Bruce?
I like Black Phone. I can't put it in this shit.
I gotta watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I gotta watch it.
I haven't seen it.
So I would not put it above this. This is up here. But the last movie that had me like, oh, this is a good scary or semi-scary movie was Black Phone.
Black Phone. Okay.
Yeah.
Semi.
I had to look at it real quick. I was like,
Black Phone is cool.
D-Man, do you have any? Do you have any D-Man that you would put over Sinners in the last 10 years that ain't Marvel? Ain't DC? Nothing superhero shit? Hell no. Look. Hell
not
no.
for this, bro, but like my favorite movie that's not a superhero movie is still Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, that was a great movie. Oh my God. If I personally had to put one next to it, it'll be that. The movie was so good. That deserves its own episode in itself, bro. That was such a good movie. Oh, it was so good. So
I don't know.
That's my favorite movie right now.
Yeah, it was really good.
Outside of like a superhero movie or something like that. Like Everything.
I enjoyed that movie very much. I think the only nitpick I had was that it kind of went a little too long. Like just a little too long. I was like,
I can see that.
But other than that, it was really good, man.
Yeah, bro.
But man, I just want to say, man, go ahead, Vino. You was going to say something?
This movie made me feel like a kid in the 90s.
Talking shit.
You know what I mean? Like it was, I felt like a kid in the 90s again, watching Dusk Till Dawn. You know what I mean? And I was just hyped the whole way through. And a movie ain't made me feel like that in a long time. And I will say this about Ryan Coogler.
Shut up, Queen.
And I'm gonna just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
His movies. I was Never that super hype. Or like Creed was a hype.
Yeah, I like Creed.
It was a boxing movie, you know. And I grew up in the 90s, bro. I've seen 1 trillion of those. You know what I mean? And Black Panther was okay to me too, but by the time Black Panther came around, I kind of got superhero burnout.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I wasn't really super on Black Panther either. But this shit right here.
This shit right here,
like, man,
this shit right here,
nigga.
This shit right here, this right here.
Nigga, he proved himself to me like, okay, this is what I've been waiting on Jordan Peele to do.
He hasn't done that for you yet.
Really, no, bro.
So you didn't like Get Out or Us? I thought they were really good movies.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this as a hot take because I already. This is why every time y'all mention his name, I never said anything.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Peele is the Tyler Perry of horror movies.
Really?
Damn!
Talk your shit.
Jordan Peele is the Tyler Perry of horror movies because them shits do not be that good, bro. He make movies like I would make them if I made them. Like he seemed like a guy with some good ideas, but he not really getting help. Like he got the money, he got the vision, he got the idea, but his execution is ass. It's just like Tyler Perry. Oh, bro, you're a fucking billionaire, dog. What are these wigs for, bro?
The wig.
Like
the wig.
You have too much money. With too much money, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, Jordan Peele pisses me off so much. But yeah.
We don't have to have another episode about that. I like that. We don't have to talk about that because a lot of people like Jordan Peele, and he has another movie coming out, him with Marlon Wayans. I gotta go
now
see
that
it.
one looks crazy. I feel like that one might change your mind.
Yeah,
him.
That's the
football one, right? Every time,
the football one.
Nah, but I feel like that one, it does have a deep meaning to it because it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice to make it to that light? You know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about.
Yeah, facts.
They all have deep meanings. Them shits is ass. You can have a deep meaning in a whack movie. You know what I mean?
I think I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead.
Us, him. Who is it?
Get out.
You said who is it? Date?
Nope is another one.
Yeah, nope.
I didn't like Nope. I did not like Nope.
Come on,
because that was the one with like the aliens and shit, right?
Yeah. It was aliens, bro.
Did y'all like Nope?
Nah,
I've never seen Nope. I've never seen Nope.
I ain't like
was the so like I like Get Out and I like Us, but Nope. I don't like when I figure a movie out on accident before they get to it, bro. And I figured out Nope way too fast. And I didn't really fuck with Nope.
He think this nigga Daniel Michael B. Jordan.
Daniel Kaluuya.
Don't hire this nigga no more. Son. Like, hey, it's enough of him. Like,
I don't dislike him.
No, Daniel Kaluuya cool. He cool.
Yeah, I don't dislike Daniel Kaluuya.
He cool, you know. But
he ain't Michael B. Jordan though, for sure. He ain't Mike.
I don't need.
I mean, like, but the thing is, like, he don't never really get put in no real deal roles to where it's like he. You know what? To be honest, now that I think about it, and I hate that I'm finna say it like this.
He's a great side character.
Daniel Kaluuya is the white girl of black men in movies. He's always a damsel in distress as the protagonist. Now that I think about it,
he's Mary Jane.
Talk your shit.
Talk your shit.
Like, you know, like that's what I think now.
So I would say Get Out is probably my favorite one that he's done.
Get Out is my favorite.
I liked Us. I did not think Us was bad. I liked it, and I had to did a whole video on Us. So if you guys go to TikTok, go watch that. But I did not see Nope. I can say that there has been execution like failures that I feel like in those movies, to bring back what you were saying, like stuff that he did could have been executed better. But I did think the vision was there. I did think what he tried to portray came out. Now there could have been.
Stop remixing these songs.
I got on it.
Hey, bro. Stop that. Stop doing that.
That was fire.
I ain't even gonna lie. That shit was clean as hell, though. When I saw that shit in the theater, bro, I was like, oh, no, he didn't.
Pack that shit up, man.
No, that's tough, bro.
Oh, I seen Don't Look Up. I actually like that movie.
I did too. Yeah.
That was Nope. Don't Look Up.
That was Don't Look Up. Where with Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence.
That was
that was really good.
Wasn't Jonah Hill?
Hold on, let me go see that. Let me see.
Yeah, because that joke was really like it was really us looking in the mirror about how we were really being that shit really happened. Nigga making jokes, nigga posting memes. It's an asteroid coming to destroy y'all.
Yeah, I do remember that.
That's because like we have memes like that all the time. Like, hey, there's an asteroid coming.
Nigga, do y'all remember when we was finna go through World War III? Niggas making Call of Duty memes about us being at war. Nigga, like,
yo,
it's just like they didn't take this shit serious.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying.
And I think
Don't Look Up definitely portrayed that. And it's like, bro, we're gonna die. Like, what are you doing?
And niggas making jokes and playing and laughing and shit.
Bruce is the one of the people that refuse to look up. It's hilarious.
But with that being
said, I'm not looking.
I think this is a good way to end it. I want to start with you, Vino. Tell the geeks and gamers out there where they can find you and what you got going on in your life, brother, where they can find you and watch your shit, man. Let them know.
I'm Vino the Terrible on all platforms. You can type my name in on pretty much anything and I'll pop up. But yeah, you know, I'm just grinding right now, man. I just put a book out about a month ago. It's my first book.
Talking shit.
I put my second book out like a couple of weeks ago, so that's my.
Could you let them know the title and where they can find it?
It's called The Longest Night. You know what I mean? And if you go to my platforms and type in my name, you'll see all my links, and you know it'll take you to everywhere you need to go. But yeah, so we working on this mini series. We start pre-production in a couple months. You know, we still doing some writing, still doing some casting and locations and all that good jazz. But that should be out pretty soon. And other than that, I'm just working, man. Record music, you know, getting my social media presence, you know, together. I like what y'all doing over here.
Appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, man.
And this is my cousin, so you know I gotta go on here and boost him up. His story is actually a powerful story. I'll let him talk about it if he wants to talk about it, but it's a powerful, very, 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 very powerful story. Man, it's just woo, I gotta get one of the books myself, so I'm gonna talk to you about it. But yeah, it's a powerful story.
I want a book.
Books,
yeah.
Can I get my book signed, please?
If you want to go a little bit into it, Vino,
it ain't enough time in his live. We didn't.
Okay, you talking? Okay,
I need my book signed.
Can I tell where you got the inspiration from? Where the experience come from?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, this is a life experience story. It's something that my cousin went through. Very powerful story, and we'll talk about it a little bit off stream.
Yeah,
so once we get
up a bunch of times, I got hit up pretty bad, stomach toe up by a bunch of unfortunate events that happened all in one night, and I wrote a book about it. You know what I mean, and everything I learned from it, what it took me through. My brother was a part of the story too, and the story is just crazy as fuck. Really, it really is. Even when I
I was just gonna say, and mind you, it was so usually when shit like this happen, you think it's their fault. This was no fault of his at all.
Yeah, I ain't had shit to do with this shit. I just got caught up in it. You know what I mean? But
when you're ready to make the movie, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready. Just let me know.
Man, come on, man. Let's work, man. I'm glad.
Just let me know.
But I got a book for all y'all. Just send Q y'all emails and shit, and you know,
say listen.
Tap in.
Of course, we're gonna talk more. We're gonna talk more once we get done with the podcast. We're gonna talk more.
For sure.
Okay, so Q, let them know where I can find you. Let them know what TGB got going on, brother. And before you do that, let me put this last little screen up. Y'all already know we at the road to Dream.
Yes, sir.
16 days away.
I'm coming this time.
Talk about it.
You coming? Hold on,
Talk about it.
How many days?
16.
God damn, no, I'm not coming.
Okay, but we're going to BlurredCon next year, and it's going to be in Virginia. So I'm going to keep you posted.
Okay, cool.
I got you. So we're 16 days away from DreamCon, where TGB will be in attendance. It's going to be up. If y'all want to come take pictures with us, come do videos with us, we will be at DreamCon. We're going to be deep as fuck, so you guys come kick it with us. But Q, let them know what we got going on. TGB, let them know what you got going on, my brother.
Ooh. Oh, hey, thank you for that sub first off.
W sub.
W subs.
TGB got everything going on. Me personally, I've been out here learning, man. I've been learning how to be a better leader. Some that I didn't have to be because I didn't have that many people looking up to me, but now it's all eyes on me. So TGB's at DreamCon, TGB's in wherever your city at, TGB will be there.
Yes, sir.
Everything from the production side, LLC side, the art side, the gaming side, the recording side, the music side, whatever it is. That's why the Green Box is a brand. That's why it is what it is. It brings, if you grew up in the hood, then you know exactly what the Green Box means, and you know what it stands for. So, oh man, look, all I can say is stay tuned, and TGB will be in the city near you. It will be in the city near you. So yeah, that's all I got, man. It's simple.
Bruce, how the hell you gonna walk away?
Yeah.
He's goofy.
Bruce, your stream is muted.
I just gonna dip on it.
That's cool, Bruce. So I take Osis Gamer. Hello, Geeks and Gamers. So Bruce, tell us about what you got going on, King Bruce Mode. Talk to the people, man. Let them know. Let them know what you got going on.
Yeah, man. King Bruce.
I can't hear you, brother. Say it with your chest.
King Bruce Mode on this motherfucker, on Twitch. AKA TGB Bruce Mode, AKA Sweaty Mufasa.
Okay.
AKA Brucey don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? We're out here. We traveling. We streaming. We kicking it.
We doing it all.
Hey, we on the side of your town, man. Hey, don't leave. Hey, don't leave your girl around us, man.
Whoa. So okay.
If you got anything you want to say, you got anything you want to say, let the people know what you got going on and everything. Kang, go ahead.
Hey, I'm so sorry. Look, first and foremost, thank you, D-Man. Thank you, Game Boy, for inviting me again for the second time. You know what I'm saying? For Keep It G. Goddamn, you can find me on Twitch. You can find all my socials. Goddamn, you just type in Kang_Cartel. Hey, first of all, let me let y'all know that man Bruce, when y'all meet him in person at DreamCon, he is a stand-up guy. He is a stand-up individual, y'all. Don't let them shades fool you.
Right there, that guy, he is really shy in person. Y'all is not going to see this Bruce. So the Bruce y'all just heard that was like talking like, and that's the Bruce y'all go get.
On my side, you're pointing at Game Boy Colored. He's on the other side for me. But
for me, he
there you go.
Yeah, talk about it.
Bruce right there.
I'm sorry, Geeks and Gamers.
No, it's cool, Game Boy. I took over the show already.
We went through.
Yeah, that's what happened. Hey, that's what family for.
We did some kind of wild, so we on the pain.
That man Bruce definitely got a little wicked. It's okay though.
What you mean, Brian?
They probably did. Nah, it's okay, Bruce. If you see the background, you know what I'm saying? Let me move over to the side. This is my custom art. You can see it on my shirt. You feel me? The Royals clothing line. Y'all be prepared because your boy will be stepping.
That's hard.
Vino, wait till you see mine though. Wait till you see mine.
You know what I'm saying?
It's okay.
The one he made for me. Oh,
that's tough. That's tough. Hey, I'm next, man. I need.
Most definitely.
I love shit like that.
Hell yeah, man. We got the shorts in and everything. This party is gonna be lit, y'all. That's all I can say. It's really gonna be a movie. Big shout outs, you know what I'm saying, to the gang TGB. We are making great moves this year, and it's gonna be even better next year. No kizzy. Right. Stay tuned. Look, if y'all not on the ride, gang, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna miss that shit. If you ain't catching it now, you're gonna miss it. All right. You feel me? All I can say is stay tuned on TikTok, Instagram, Twitch. You know, all platforms. We on all platforms. Fuck that. We everything. So that's it. Keep it G. Hey, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, bro. I can't wait to be on the next one. For real. The movie, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. Just tell me my lines.
I'm with you.
Yes, sir.
Talk your shit. Is that everybody? Did y'all get everybody, Q?
No, D-Man lit.
Talk your shit, D-Man.
Come on, D man.
Y'all already
Come on,
y'all
D-Man.
need to know nothing about me, man. You know, same old thing, bro. It's Cal on Instagram. You know, damn D-Man on damn near everything. You know what I'm saying? Add me on PlayStation, whatever y'all want to do. You know, we can play games, stream, whatever. It's cool, y'all know.
Bro, you
DreamCon,
ready for DreamCon, bro?
DreamCon.
Hey, D-Man, I am looking forward to turning up with you, D-Man. I am looking
No
forward to it.
kids.
Don't
Like
worry,
I
we will be
said.
lit for sure.
yeah.
My nigga, D-Man is German African American. That nigga was born in Germany. The man, the man didn't drunk. The man 6'3". I've never seen him stumble. I've never seen him wobble. I've seen him drunk as fuck, but I've never seen him fall.
Talk
The
about
man
it.
can drink his ass off. I
That
give him
sound
that.
like a real good drinking partner to me.
I'm a composure. I keep composure.
Drink his ass off. But with that being said, man, I just want to say thank you, everybody. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Kang. Thank you, Q. Thank you, Vino. Thank you guys for coming in. Danny, once again, prayers up. She has a little flu bug, so just prayers
Hope you
up for
feel
her,
better,
man.
Danny.
But thank you
Bad.
guys. You guys did an amazing job. Brought some really great topics. Had some really great ideas about Sinners, about Thunderbolts. I just want to say thank you guys so much. And once again, I pray that this won't be the last time you guys will be on Keep It G. But with that being said, Geeks and Gamers, we're gonna go ahead and close out. Like I always said, This was Keep It G. Let me go ahead and get my music on. You know I gotta play my music before we get on up out of here. You know,
I'll
Man,
be
Bino
back,
got them
y'all.
waves, boy.
Oh man,
Tilt
appreciate it.
your head down, Bino.
I'll be back. Oh,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Go swimming on them.
So
I'll be
like
back
I said,
in 7 years.
talk your shit.
It's gonna take another 7 years.
But like I always say, this was Keep It G, where every week me and my crew keep our eyes and ears to the streets for everything geek. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I always say, this your boy Game Boy Color, and even when you ain't flexing on them, you gotta flex on them straight like that.
Talk your shit. Peace out.